Know what this is? It's the sound of the radar scanner right here at London Airport. The electronic eye that keeps a constant watch on the biggest international airport in the world. How would you like to go backstage and see a little of how it all works? The people, the machines. You'd like to? All right, let's go.
British European Airways announced the departure of their Flight 104 to Nice. The passengers please go through doors 4 and 5 for customs and passport control. British European Airways Flight 104 to Nice. Veuillez annonce le départ de votre 104 pour Nice. Les passagers sont priés de se présenter au passagement 4 et 5 pour les formalités de départ.
People first. Over 6 million. That's a rough total of the number of passengers who pass through London Airport each year. Businessmen from Birmingham, housewives from Berlin, tycoons and typists, pop singers and politicians. They all pass through the big passenger buildings on their way in or on their way out. Here's a typical arrival. A Britannia just touching down after a 10,000-mile flight. On board, she carries a crew of 4 and 60 passengers. The turboprops on this Vanguard run down. And take their time about it. And if you guess that it isn't only the passengers who get the VIP treatment here, you'd be right. Whenever a plane lands, it gets just as much attention as the people on board, maybe more so. After all, it's pretty tiring work carrying a load of 160,000 pounds from the other side of the world. So here come the ground staff, refueling, checking, double-checking, and checking again. They have some pretty wonderful equipment to help them, too. Here's one of them. It's a 7 Super Fueler designed for underwing refueling of large jetliners. Its capacity, 10,000 gallons, and its delivery rate per hose, 350 gallons per minute. London Airport isn't just the biggest of its kind, it's just about the busiest. 157,000 planes passed in and out in 1961. And the figures are going up all the time, making the airport a crossroads for every kind of plane you can think of, and maybe some you can't. How about a quiz? See how many of the visitors you can recognize as they take off. Got it? That was a Viscount, the first jet prop airliner in the world. Here's another. A bit harder this time. That one was a Caravelle, pride of France and powered by Rolls-Royce engines to carry its 101,000 pounds across Europe. Another point, the Caravelle was the first airliner to have its engines fitted at the rear of the fuselage, an idea that's catching on fast. Feel like a tough one? Here it is. That's a Super Constellation, quite a rare visitor to London Airport these days, and its piston engines make it something of an odd man out among the jets you've heard on this record. Something not quite so tough now. If you can't remember the name, think of shooting stars and you'll be on the right track. That's a Comet 4. Did you get it? These planes were the first jetliners to run a regular service across the Atlantic. And now here's a loud one. Here she comes now, so hang on to your eardrums. That monster was the Boeing 707, the largest plane in the world and capable of carrying as many as 189 passengers. Britain can be proud of the fact that many of these airborne giants are powered by Rolls-Royce engines. And here comes another monster. That was a Douglas DC-8, blasting down the runway on its way to San Francisco. Planes landing, planes leaving. London Airport is busy round the clock every day of the year. And here's one last thing to remember. It's a young place. All the big developments that have taken place here have happened in the last few years. And they're still going on. See that big building site over there? That's one of the fine new buildings going up to help make this the airport of tomorrow. Maybe that's something which you both have in common. You're growing fast. Position, the pilot is standing by to receive airways clearance to London Airport, Heathrow.
This is Ottawa Ground Control. We had your airways clearance to London when you're ready, copy. Roger, Ottawa, jet speedbird 707. Go ahead with the clearance. Roger, ATC clears the speedbird 707 of London Heathrow Airport. Runway 31 left takeoff. Turn left at 800 feet. Runway heading at 150 degrees. Third to left radar detectors to the 110-degree Ottawa vortex radio. Hampton 3 started instrument departure. Past the 224-degree Ottawa vortex radio, not about 2,500. The 228-degree Deer Park radio at 5,000 feet. Thereafter, climb to and maintain your cruising altitude. Flight level 350, flight plan route London. Go ahead. Roger, Ottawa, jet speedbird 707 understands we're cleared to the London Heathrow Airport. Take off runway 31 left. Turn left at 800 feet to a heading of 150 degrees. Further left, radar vectors to the 110-degree Idlewild vortex radio. Hampton 3 standard instrument departure. Cross the 224-degree Idlewild vortex radio at 2,500 feet. The 228-degree Deer Park VOR radio at 5,000 feet. Thereafter to climb to the cruising altitude, flight level 350, flight plan route to London. Thank you. That clearance is all correct, jet speedbird, and you call the Ottawa Tower 181 when you're ready for takeoff. Roger, changing to Ottawa Tower 118.1. Good day.
We're ready now and awaiting takeoff instructions from Idlewild Tower.
Idlewild Tower, speedbird 707 is lined up on the runway now, ready for takeoff. Roger, jet speedbird 707, Idlewild Tower, ready by you, clear to roll, sir. Roger, jet speedbird 707, rolling.
From now on, we continue on our scheduled course across the Atlantic, sending back a progress report at regular intervals. Now we're over Watford Radio Beacon, We continue from here under radar control. Coming down from 4,000 to 2,000 feet, we're now ready for our final approach on the instrument landing system.
London approach, jet speedbird 707 has reached 2,000 feet now. Jet speedbird 707, London approach, roger, commence a right turn now, establish the RLS, intercept the glide path and call established, go ahead. Roger London, jet speedbird 707 is turning right now, we'll call you established on the RLS. London approach, jet speedbird 707 is established on the ILS now. Jet speedbird 707, London approach, roger, we understand you established on the ILS. Your next call will be passing the outer marker established on the glide path. Roger London, jet speedbird 707 will call you passing the outer marker. London approach, jet speedbird 707 is now passing the outer marker established. Jet speedbird 707, London approach, roger, you're now number 1, and we'll call London Tower 118.2 good day. Roger, jet speedbird 707 is changing now to Tower 118.2 good day.
We've passed the outer marker and are ready to call London again as the runway appears.
London Tower, this is jet speedbird 707, during. Jet speedbird 707, London Tower, go ahead. Roger London, jet speedbird 707 has passed the outer marker, established on the RLS glide path and localizer, and we'll call you field inside. That's correct, 707, call field inside, your number 1 to land. Thank you. London Tower, jet speedbird 707 has the field inside. Roger, jet speedbird 707, London Tower, you're clear to land. Thank you, London.
A smooth flight and a happy landing. Just one of the thousands that BOAC make at London Airport each year. And next time you see a 707 going overhead, you'll know just what's going on in the cockpit.